In a time where we are witnessing unprecedented technological advancements, where the internet has become almost integral to the functionality of our existence, the world can sometimes feel as if our consciousness and our self-worth are controlled and defined by complex algorithms and trending topics. We are living our lives online through technology. It's challenging to experience real silence, not just in the literal sense, but in the peace and tranquility that come with mentally disconnecting from the intense pressures and toxicities of the online world. Our attention spans are shorter than ever, while the craving for instant gratification is proving detrimental to our overall mental wellness, and that's just the online world. The state of our physical world seems much more dire. Our desensitization to human and animal suffering, the destruction of our planet, and our lack of tolerance and understanding for those different from ourselves is leading to conflicts all over the world. It has never felt so dangerous and volatile. It's terrifying to say the least. The lasting effects of all this on our mental health are considerable, and that's just for those of us who are witnessing such events, let alone experiencing them. I dare say it has left many of us feeling anxious, depressed, scared, and perhaps even lost. Do you ever wish you just had somewhere to escape from it all? And how does something seemingly frivolous like aquascaping help with any of this? Well, I'm not about to declare that aquascaping will save the world, but it might save your little world. I do believe that happy people with a deep appreciation and respect for all forms of life and the planet we call home will help make the world a better place. So, if you'll indulge me for a few minutes, I'm going to share my experience with this hobby and how it affects my mental well-being for the better and how maybe it might help yours. As a self-proclaimed stressor, overthinker, socially awkward flesh heap with a tendency for self-deprecation and anxiety-ridden thoughts who occasionally goes for a swim in the deep end of depression, I am a person who needs a focus or something to occupy my mind so that I'm not left alone with my very intrusive and sometimes convincing in all the wrong ways thoughts. Aquascaping was a serendipitous occurrence for me. A YouTube video started playing automatically on my computer, and it was by Serpa Design, who now, coincidentally, is my favourite person that I have never met. I love everything he does and how he cares and appreciates for nature and animals with such reverence. It's both beautiful and inspiring to me. Ever since, I have been amazed by the way he and many other YouTube creators bring nature to life in a small glass container. There's something special about watching a tiny underwater world flourish with just some soil, sand, rocks, wood, and a handful of plants. It's incredibly rewarding to see it grow into a sustainable ecosystem that can sustain life as well as something extremely beautiful to look at. Looking into an aquarium feels both otherworldly yet oddly comforting and familiar to me. I think that this feeling comes from our innate and deep connection to nature, which has worn thin over time. Perhaps as a species we have forgotten our origins. It's no secret that nature heals. Spending time in natural environments has numerous proven benefits for overall health and well-being. Mentally, it can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Just being in nature can enhance cognitive functions. Learning to appreciate nature, as mentioned, has many benefits. For me, bringing nature indoors is a great way to escape and reconnect with myself and practice gratitude to the natural world which ultimately gives us life. You might think, well, I don't really like fish, they're boring. Maybe you've never kept a houseplant alive in your life. Perhaps on the surface, aquascaping just seems like a few fish and plants in a dirty old tank. What's the big deal? Well, you have to trust me when I say it goes deeper than that. It may even surprise you how much you can learn, from biology and chemistry to patience and gratitude, to embracing and expressing your own creativity that maybe you never knew you had, to creating your own little escape from the world in the evening after a long day. My favourite thing to do is sit in the dark with a coffee and some chilled lo-fi beats and just switch off and get lost in the tiny world before me. Aquascaping opens up a lot of paths to peace and expression that you can explore as far as you like. So I urge you to reconnect with nature, whether that's going for walks and being present in the moment, notice the trees that have stood for hundreds of years, or even the small weeds decorating the pavement. From the birds to the bees, take it in and appreciate just how incredible it is to exist in this world with such beautiful nature around us, and that we, as humans, should protect and guard it for as long as we are here. It doesn't have to be aquascaping. Maybe your flavour of nature is gardening, terrariums, paludariums, bioactive enclosures. Maybe it's something as simple as a few houseplants, but however you choose to connect and consume nature, I hope it brings you as much peace and joy as aquascaping does for me.